Temple Cartmill. I'm giving you a little Temple Talks raw in my car, in my office, which is where I do a lot of my best work because I love to just drive around and unplug from distractions, and I get very inspired and creative when I just go and sit in the middle of some forestry area. So here I am, and what I want to talk to you about right now is my new series that is coming out of the Conscious Woman, called Restore the Relationship. And it's a miraculous series to bring healing to your relationship. I know that there are many people that are struggling in relationship. There's probably more people that are struggling in relationship than people that are doing great in relationship. And I can tell you that I am somebody that does struggle in relationship. I've been married and divorced and married, so I know what it means to go through the struggles of, is this right for me? Am I doing it right? Do I even know how to be a married person? Do I, when I'm single, I'm going, oh, am I meant to be single? I'm lonely, I'm bored. We're always kind of questioning what we're doing when we're in it. And it's that feeling of not sure where you're at that can cause a lot of disruption in relationships, because it looks like the grass is always greener on the other side. So, but what I want to talk about is how we can create the fun and excitement and the peace and the depth that you're yearning for within the relationship that you have right now, even if it feels completely broken. And believe me, I know what completely broken feels like. So I'm not here to claim that I'm a master of relationship. That's not what I am. But what I am a master of, so to speak, or an excelled student in, is energy and empathy. So I have spent many, many, many years studying and witnessing the energy that is exchanged between people in relationships, whether they're married or single or parent and children, or it interests me. It's always been interesting to me to watch the dynamics and the energy that comes off of people when they're in pain, when they're going through grief, when they're when they have exciting times, when they have momentous occasions, things like that. I'm interested in that. I'm an eternal student. That's the other thing I can claim that I'm really good at, is being a student. I was the kid in class that had the notebook that was this thick, and I wrote notes through the entire class. And every time the teacher asked a question, my hand would shoot up because I was so curious and hungry for information. I loved it, and it didn't matter what class I was in. I wanted to absorb that information, and then once it was in me, if there was somebody that was inquiring about that information, I just, boom, it was right there, and I wanted to share it. And that's the way I've been. I took a detour in high school where I would rather be with my boyfriend and smoke a lot of pot than be in class. But, that student in me didn't die. When I got out of high school, I continued to do workshop after workshop after workshop. And I wrote so many notes. I have journals and journals and journals and journals of notes about how spirit works in our lives and how energy works in our lives and how we react in relationships. So because I get filled up, because I put myself out there to be a conduit of information, I get divinely filled up with all this stuff that needs to be shared, that God's trying to put out into the world. And he puts it in me because he knows I have a big mouth. And that when somebody is in front of me, if they need that information, there it is. There it is. It's for you. It's available. And I want to share it. I want to be that conduit between you and your partner that translates your emotions and your feelings that you're maybe not doing a very good job translating on your own. That you're trying to tell him something, or he's trying to tell her something, and it's just coming out all jumbled into miscommunication and hurt feelings, and eventually it just divides and separates, right? Until everything breaks open, the family breaks apart, the house, all of that. But I'm here to tell you that I have witnessed from the most broken places that couples have been, that I have been, that have been restored simply, well, I won't say simply because it's pretty complicated sometimes, but by bringing prayer into your relationship and allowing yourself to hear what God's trying to get you to heal from, then you can have that reflective relationship with your partner rather than feeling so damaged by what they're pushing back. Does that make sense? You can still be you, but you have to take risks. To get what you really want, you have to take risks. I'm taking a huge risk right now, putting myself out there as a support to heal relationships when I've already been married and divorced and failed a million times, right? But why do I do it? Because I'm compelled to grow and to heal in this life, to have spiritual maturity above all else, above my failures, And people could look at me and go, Temple, why would Temple be the one doing this kind of work? I mean, Temple would be the first one to dance on the tables after too many shots of tequila. And that's true. That would be me. But more than that, I'm all those other things. I'm that person with an eternal yearning for relationships to heal. I am a master of witnessing energy and translating empathy. So if your heart is tugging at you, the temple might just be the mouthpiece that could help us grow past this pain spot in our relationship. Then say yes to restore the relationship. You can call me for a free consultation if you need it, but you just ask your higher self. If this is right for you, then you will get what you need out of it. And that's my job, is just to show up and to be the conduit of what you need for you and your spouse or your partner to get the fun, excitement, healing, growth, and more than that, the depth out of your relationship that you're yearning for. So God bless. I love you. Be well.